I mean, it was chaos again in many ways. Like the cup tie, like several of Manchester United's games at the moment. You sense, obviously, Virgil van Dijk in particular, downbeat at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I felt it watching it. I was trained watching it, never mind playing in it. I concur with what Virgil said. It felt like a defeat because of the dominance and the amount of chances they had. They had enough chances to win a couple of games, really. And sometimes when you play in a big game, you can feel comfortable when you've only got a point if you've played out okay.
Yeah.
Because they played so well, that's why it feels so bad. You know, they were in control of the game. And the key now, chappers, is how you respond. It is disappointing, but they're only second on goal difference. There's some bumps still in the road yet, maybe for Arsenal and City, and there's some loads of big games coming up. So still in a great position, and just put it to bed. Next game now.
There are so many things to unpack in all of this in that game. Start with the 2 United goals that obviously turned everything around for them.
Well, yeah, I think when you look at it, and we're going to let the run go now, but I think it's more through just Liverpool's little bit of naivety. 2 unbelievable goals, unbelievable finishes. And when you look at the XG, United had 0.71. So that shows just where they're at. But here you can see Kwanzaa's got the ball. Salah's pulling wide. Obviously got the runner from Bradley in deep. But just give Salah the ball, give him another option. He doesn't. He turns back. And as you can see here, Virgil's saying, go back to the keeper, start again, nothing's on. But he's just played an aimless pass. And everyone's done it in training when you're not really looking. But take nothing away from an unbelievable finish. And this is a better example. As he turns around, he never once looks to see what's coming on his right-hand side, also his blind side. Just go back to the keeper. The keeper's coming into shot now, move it across. And then this hit from Fernandes is unbelievable. And the angle we're about to show you now, as my good friend Daddy told me, this is a 4-iron under the trees when you're a bit of trouble for anyone who plays golf.
Yeah.
It's a lovely
He also
strike.
said that's because he's always in the trees.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But then, again, in this situation, look, great play here. Casemiro, really good play. I really like this player. I think he's a real good talent. Every touch is forward, and he's trying to be really proactive for Man United. But from a coaching point of view, this position he gets here, we're just going to stop it. He's excellent. He's in between 4 players. 3 of them there don't know whose job it is, but he takes this on the back foot, and what a hit that is. It's sensational, but this is the best angle for it. And what I'm trying to say is he can go any way. He can go forward, he can go backwards. He actually takes it the hardest way, because Curtis Jones sells himself there, and he never looks up. And then this is just technique. Look, for any young player, concentrate on the technique, try and get your finish, pitch IQ, pitch geography, knows where he is, and it's a fantastic finish from a special footballer.
And he takes it all in his stride as well.
Absolutely, and I feel like he's only going to get better. And I feel like when United get better, he'll get better. At the minute, it's quite a transitional team, a team that goes forward and he does a lot of running. He gets tired and he's blowing up towards the end of the games. That's why he's bringing him off. But as United get better, he will get better.
He's got to be on the plane, hasn't he?
As I say, which is really good for England. Yeah. Really, really good for England.
Look, Liverpool's, statistically, were so dominant in that game. So how do you explain it?
Well, normally we try and find this tactical plan that, outmanoeuvres the other side. That wasn't really it, or creative brilliance. Today, chappers, was about desire. And I know that sounds really derogatory towards this United side, but I'll show you what I mean. I'm talking about running with the ball. I'm talking about winning your battles. 2 minutes in, Nunez wins the header against Maguire. Salah runs off the back of Wan-Bissaka. That's just a poor start. Szoboszlai, Casemiro's trying to mark Szoboszlai in the first half. He's outrunning. And this is 2 minutes in. It's a brilliant save from Onana. It should be 1-0. And that set the tone. Completely overran them in so many areas. Look, this ain't great play. This is just poor. Look. Robertson at wide left, Garnacho. Liverpool are in possession. Then you see in the middle of the pitch, Casemiro's got Szoboszlai, lets him run in the middle of the box. That's just poor play. You wouldn't expect that from, young lads playing in a decent level. Again, Diaz for Liverpool, showing what a wide man should be doing. He's winning the ball back, doing his work. Here we see top of the screen again, Robertson and Garnacho. Little turnover. Just too much energy, too much desire to try and go and win the game. Garnacho might be tired, he's played a lot of games, I don't know. Then you see an overload, which is creating first half over and over again. There's your holding midfield player, Casemiro, dawdling back. And it was too easy to play against Manchester United, which we've seen too often. Again, more joy down the left-hand side. Here you can see Diaz running off Dalot, and you can already see Szoboszlai has took up that position off the back of Casemiro. 2 of them ends up falling to Salah. He's got loads of time in the box. You expect him to score, and he misses. And these were the type of chance. I mean, this one early in the second half is probably one of the worst of the lot. Salah's dropped into the middle of midfield. Look, there's your 2 central midfielders. leaving it to each other, no communication. It doesn't do anything to run through them. And Liverpool were able to get onto the United back line time and time again, just through this physicality, this desire to go and win the game and score a goal. Look at them. Overloads again, poor ball out a little bit, needed to be in front of him, but he managed to dig it out to Núñez. I don't know how he misses that, hits his heel. Dalot falls over, look. Reaction poor, free shot for Diaz. Maguire doesn't see Salah. These are just levels of concentration that you expect Premier League teams and top players to have. This one's the one. Fernandes, last minute. Quansah gets there first. Goes to this one, Casemiro. I mean, just block him. It's a give and go. It's schoolboy stuff. And then Wan-Bissaka, of course. It's mistake after mistake after mistake. But
so is it right? Is it concentration, as you said? Is it just not being in the right place or constantly being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or is it desire and effort?
Desire, discipline and effort. That's what I think it is. And the reason it's not there is because it's not punished when it's not done. So the same players end up playing week in, week out, and that's the manager. So you don't see players doing that for Liverpool and City and Arsenal because they won't play next week if they don't do it. I mean, Ten Hag is on that side where Garnacho is not running back with Robertson time after time. Why is he letting it happen again and again? Why is someone on the pitch not demanding from the other players leadership? You've got to stay with him. Troy and I were watching the game, disbelief at some of the things that was happening. I mean, if I was playing in midfield alongside Casemiro and he kept letting Szoboszlai run off the back of him, I'd be telling him, this is basic stuff. They're so easy to play against. And to be fair to them, they showed resilience again. And the young lad in midfield, wow.
Mm-hmm. The penalty is an interesting one, isn't it? Because the natural inclination is to go, oh, come on, Wan-Bissaka, why have you made that tackle at that point, despite how good he is at slide tackles and last-ditch tackles? So you were really interested on how this would be broken down in a meeting the following day.
Yeah, so we'd go through this. And in this situation, I'll take Daishi, perfect example. He always just say there's three things that will break down before a goal. So in this, Fernandes has dived in there. Look at the reaction of Fernandes. He'd be saying, you're my captain, that's not good enough. We're 2-1 at this point. We're trying to hold on. Casemiro now has to hold his feet because if he comes running in, as Daddy just showed, he's leaving us exposed. So the 1-2 goes round. At this point now, we're saying to Aaron, if we just hold it there, look, Aaron, look at the overload. It's 4v2 in our favour. Stay on your feet, because all Harvey Elliott can do now is take a big touch. He's running into...
But nobody's talking to him.
No one's saying nothing. He's running into Harry Maguire. He's running into Amrabat. He doesn't. He stays on his feet. But what will happen is Aaron Wan-Bissaka will get hammered all weekend. His fault, his fault, his fault. And what our managers used to do, and Daishi was the best at it, would be explain how the teams let Aaron down, not Aaron's let the team down. Because it's really easy to say Aaron's fault, and it's not that.
Just look at that dominance, a final one on them not taking their chance. I mean, an expected goals of just over 3.5. What do you put that down to?
I think today it was a little bit of composure. I thought Virgil spoke really well when he talked about them being a little bit rushed when Man U got equalisers. Still lots of time to still control the game. But when they got in the final third, pass was a little bit overhit or underhit, someone leaning back on an easy chance, or hitting it with the wrong part of your foot. It's just a little bit of composure, but they made that many chances.
And at times they tried to score. They tried to score the perfect goal.
Yeah.
There was times because Man U was so many bodies in the box. Just shoot, try it off someone's heel. It might go in off a little deflection, but it felt like Liverpool today would, after they missed the first couple in the first half, would try to score that perfect goal, which was a shame, really.
Right, 2 games.